Hey, how you doing? In this video, I'm gonna go into live markets. New York Stock Exchange will open in 10 minutes, and I'm going to literally take a trade in front of you. No BS, I'm gonna share my screen, and you're gonna see me trade live, and essentially, then after that, after the live trading, once I've taken the trade, whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna teach you the strategy step by step. I'm gonna literally show you a recap, and you can learn from that and start using it on your own. But man, enough talking. Let's get into the live markets. I just bought the markets. But yeah, nothing crazy of a risk. I mean, if we continue with this trend, I might take another trade. So I re-entered around here. Nothing crazy, of course. Nothing crazy risk, of course. Bang. There we go. 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 Bang. For the trade recap, I'm going to do this quickly. I'm going to make sure that you guys will learn from this a lot and that you can understand from the strategy that I used. But mainly, two trades, essentially. Very, very low risk because, like I told you guys, the last week was awful price action, okay, on US 500 and US 100. But the first trade, I mean, essentially two trades. I will call it a one trade because this was just a entry scalp trade, the second one. But what we did was there was a market structure shift, MSS, that I like to call it, MSS, market structure shift. First of all, the price was moving very smoothly to the downside, okay? And why was it moving to the downside in the first place? Because we took daily time frame highs right here, as you guys can see. There was also this order block, okay? When the session opened right here, we got this amazing downtrend in 1 minute. How do we know that it's a downtrend? Moves in low lows, low highs, low lows, low highs, low lows, low highs, low lows, low highs, low lows, right? And then what happened? We took, first of all, we took these lows, didn't get the market structure shift yet because I'm gonna explain you guys why. How did I know that it didn't create the market structure shift? But it just didn't. Either way, if it would have done it immediately, I would have bought. But what it did, it took out this low, and also 1 hour time frame bullish order block that literally pushes the price to the upside in this case. And guess what the market movers do? They were like, okay, we already took liquidity twice. We took this huge order block. Let's just push the price up now. How do we know? Because we literally see the buyers enter the markets as soon as this order block got tapped into. How do we know? Well, look at this candle. Look at this candle. This is a rejection candle. I think I created that candle name. Not really sure if someone has already used that, probably. Regardless, I like to call it a rejection candle. It's when literally this wick, the price starts to reject from the area. It used to be here. It's this wick. It pushes the price up, and this is where it closed. This is a rejection candle, right? And then we'll go to the 1 minute time frame. What do I personally want to see after liquidity and all those order blocks got tapped into? When I want to see that complete market structure shift, I want to see the two breaker structures to the upside, which creates the trend movement. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Low lows, low highs, low lows. We took a lot of orders, okay? Buyers entered the market. This is a low low, low high. This is now a higher high. This is a higher high because we broke structure to the upside right here. This is a high, broke structure, higher high. What do we need to see after that? We need to see a second break of structure to see that trend movement. Look at this. Higher highs, higher lows. We don't break structure. We do not break structure. We broke structure right here, but I stopped looking for the trade because the news hit at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I could have entered right here. Normally, I would have entered here. As you can see, the price went up nicely, but this is where the news hit. As you can see, this huge candle. I wasn't expecting that because it was orange for the news, but it literally created that. And that's all right, okay? It pushes the price up. Then after the news, I wanted to see one more breaker structure to see that trend confirmation again. What do we do then? We broke structure right here. Look at this. This is a high, higher high, higher low right here. And this is the higher high. This right here is my breaker structure. It looks hella goofy, don't get me wrong. It looks super goofy because it's super small, but it literally closed right there. That's the candle. That's the body of where it closed. So let's say Brego Structure, I enter right there, and my brokerage filled me right here. Pretty good fill, right? 1 to 3 risk-off ratio. Now, I entered very, very low risk, very, very low risk compared to usual, because like I said, this is my first trade in a week. Why? Because the last week was terrible. Haven't seen that kind of price action in a while. 1 week straight looking like ass last week. So obviously I'm kind of like prepared that it may look like shit again, but it was pretty good. Okay, we start to then respect it. Buyers enter the market even more. I'm like, okay, cool. If we break structure again and we respect this order block, I'm gonna re-enter into a scalp trade. Very small risk-off ratio scalp trade. Normally I wouldn't take a risk-off ratio this size, but this was just to get some more risk into the trade. So we broke structure again right here. We tap into this order block, react a little bit. I enter right here. Pretty shit feel, right? Not even a 1-to-1 risk-off ratio, but it's just a scalp trade. More risk into the trade, so it doesn't really matter. And boom, then we continue down, push, tap into this order block a little bit more, and then buyers into the markets again, boom, and we still continue this cycle. Now most likely I will not enter again because we're getting kind of late into the session. I have a rule that I will be in the session for maximum hour, okay, sometimes hour and a half, but session opened at 9:30. It's about to be 10:30, so it's 1 hour into the session already. Could potentially, I would normally enter again and again. We have to make sure that we capitalize as much as we can from the trend. But today I didn't do that. I could have made way more, man, way more. But what do? I risk accordingly to the market conditions, okay? Because I've said this before, market condition is the #1 thing in trading, okay? Market condition and risk. You have to increase your risk on good market condition and decrease your risk on shit market condition. Today's market condition, price movement was alright. It was alright. But I was just kind of prepared because yesterday we had bank holiday, previous week was looking ass, so that's why I kind of risked less. But tomorrow, if this moves like this today, I'm willing to risk a lot more, a lot more. But man, I'm happy with this one. 2 trades essentially, so overall like 1 to 4 risk-off ratio overall. Hope everybody in the call made bread with me. $700, about something like that. Obviously after the fees, maybe like 600 something, but not bad, okay? Because I really didn't risk much compared to usual. Normally I could make around $2,000, $3,000 per trade. Like I said, you have to be ready to risk less if the market conditions haven't been looking the most nice. Like I said, last week the market conditions were pretty bad. That's why I risked less, and yesterday we had a bank holiday. But if tomorrow we continue with the same pace, I'm willing to risk a lot more. So that's the beauty. That's how you become profitable, by risking accordingly to your trade and to the market conditions. That's essentially profitable trading. Alright, but thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to become profitable fast, then make sure to click the first link in the description. It will take you to my free 1 hour long course. And also, this whole live training session was in front of my students. I was in the call and we do that, and I also coach them. I one-on-one coach, all that good stuff. So there's limited spots. If you want to join, then also the second link to my mentorship, apply. And yeah, man, thank you for watching. Peace out.